Hello, good morning students. How are you all? Hope you are fine. So today I will tell you one thing. Last time we have finished till exercise 1.1, isn't it? So now if you go to exercise 1.2, it is basically all the questions there is a word problems. Okay, so I think it would be better if we start that word problems in school, because it will take time, and here we are trying to upload the videos in 10 to 12 minutes. Okay, basically it will be needing around at least 2 classes, so that we will do in when the school reopens. We'll continue that exercise. So today we'll start with exercise 1.3. okay, but to understand that exercise 1.3, first we will need to understand rounding of numbers. So I'll start rounding of numbers. So yeah, I hope you have learned the time, the table I have given you, isn't it ones, tens, 100,000, 10,000, lakhs. Hope you remember from the last lectures. So today basically we will try to cover using that only, like we will round off numbers to ones place or tens place or thousand place. So first let's see, if you are given a number, example, let's take example. Okay, so 2732 is given to you. Now you have to round off this number to the nearest 10. Suppose a question is saying round off this to the nearest 10. Okay, so you know which will be the tens place in this number 2732. Which one will be the tens place? We all know that from starting from the right hand side we always have to start. So this 2 is the ones place and this 3 is the tens place. So the question is asking you for the nearest tens place. Okay, so what we will do is we will see only this number 32, because we are told to see the nearest 10. That means 32 will be the nearest 10. What if it asks you nearest 100, ones, tens, 100, then 732 will be the nearest 100, but now you are asked the nearest 10, so we'll see the number 32. Now tell me, what will be the nearest tens to 32? If you see, either 30 or 40 will be the nearest 10, isn't it? Because when we see 32, it is lying between 30 and 40. And for tens, we are seeing we are seeing the number 32 lying between 30 and 40. So now you have to see which one is more near. From 32, which one is more near, 30 or 40? Students, you can see that 30 is more near, isn't it? Because after 30, 31, 32. After only 2 digits you can find the number 32. But if we have to go up to 40, you will see that you have to cover 31, 32, 33 and so on till 40. So it's a long process. Okay, so we can say that 30 is the nearest number. So if we say which is the nearest 10 to 2732, so how can you write? Since 30 is more nearer to 32, you will say that 2730, okay, is the nearest 10 digit number. Okay, so when we round off 2732, we see that 2730 is the nearest 10. Okay, in this way we'll finish for 10. Now let me explain you 100, about the 100. Explaining with the same number, okay, it will be easy for you. 2732 is given. Now I told you that this is ones place, this is tens place, 100, and then finally 1000. Okay, this you know. So now you are told in the question, round off to the nearest 100. So how will you do it? So you see that ones, tens, 100, 7 is the 100 digit, so we will take 732 as a whole, and we will see which 100 digits is the nearest to 732. So suppose it was 10, nearest 10, so you will take only 32. Okay, that also I'll just show you so that you can easily see for the nearest 10. we will take 32 nearest 10, because once tens 3 and 2 will come, so we will take the nearest 10 as 32. Now tell me which two digit will be the between which two digits 32 is present. Last time also we see 30 and 40. Okay, so 30 is more near to 32, so we take, for the nearest 10 we are taking 30 as the correct answer. Now in 732, tell me students, which is the nearest 100, not the tens. Okay, for the tens we already see it's 30 and 40, but if you want to see for the 100, tell me students, which will be the nearest. So you can see that 700 and 800, isn't it? These two are the nearest hundreds for 732, because we have to see in hundreds. For our hundreds, how do we see? 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. So in this way we are seeing the numbers. But for tens, how are we seeing? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60, like that, and so on. Okay, up to 90. So in this way we see that 700 and 800 is the nearest 100 digits to 732. So which one will we take? Which one is more nearer to 732? Is it 700 or 800? Obviously it is 700. Okay, so when we write the nearest 100, what will be the answer, students? 2700, isn't it? So we know that 700 is the nearest, so we take 2700 as the nearest 100 to this digit, 2732. Okay, now let's take 1000. Hope you have already clear now, so I think you can answer it yourself. 2732. Now you have to find round off to nearest 1000. Okay students, tell me, can you keep in your mind what will it come? Because we have to see now ones, tens, 100, 1000. So all together we have to see now. All these numbers you have to see together. 2732. Now tell me, in thousands, which will be the nearest to 2732? If you count in your mind, this number lies between 2000 and 3000, isn't it? So this number 2732, for the thousands place, it is nearer to 3000, isn't it? Why? Because it is coming in 2732. 2732 will be nearer to 3000, obviously. So the correct answer for this is, how will you write? When you round off, finally we have taken this 3000, so how will you write? So when you write the answer, it will directly be 2732 will be rounded off to 3000 directly, isn't it? Because this is in thousands place. Hope you understand, students. Okay students, so now let's see this 439 number. Okay, this we have to search for the nearest 10, nearest 100 and the nearest 1000 for this same number 439. So if you can understand this, that means now this will be your you have understand this process and you can easily solve the exercises on your own also, but I will help you out somehow. So first, now see this 439 to the nearest 10. Oh, this my coke is also always yawning in between, sorry for the disturbance. So now see, this is in ones place, this is in tens, and this is in 100. But for 1000 we don't have, isn't it? So let's edit one number. Okay, let's say this be 5439. Okay, because we need a 1000 place also, so let this be 1000. Now for tens place, tell me what will be the answer, students. Try it on your own. So ones, tens, that means for the tens, how will you take? Only the number 39, isn't it? 39 will be your tens place. So 39, the nearest tens will be either 30 or 40. As I told you, we have to move in 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 and 90. So this 39 in the tens place is lying between 30 and 40. So now finally, which will be the nearer, 30 or 40? Obviously 40 will be nearer to 39. So how will you change this number? So you can write for the nearest 10, the answer will be 5439 can be written as 5440. Okay, because this 40 is replaced by this 40. Okay, so now let's see the nearest 100. So students, so now you can see this is we have done for tens. 100, which one will we take? Ones, tens, 100. That means we will take what? 439. Okay, now we'll take 439 for the 100. So now tell me, for this 100, where will it lie? Between which 200 digits will it lie? Everyone try to think in your mind. So it will lie between 400 or 500. As I told you, 400 you have to see between 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800 and 900. These are all the hundreds. So this 439 lies between 400 or 500. Okay, so now finally let's round it off. 5439 can be rounded off as, how will you replace? 400 is nearer to 439 or 500? Obviously 400, isn't it? So you can replace it as 5400. This will be the answer when we round off. Okay, hope you are understanding. Now let's see the last one. So we have to take this example 5439 as a whole because it is in thousand place. Now, so you know that we have already done ones, tens, 100, and this is 1000. So this 5439 will lie between 5000 and which one, students? 6000, because in thousands we are searching for 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000, 5000 and so on till 9000. Okay, now students, you have to tell me which one is nearer, 5000 or 6000 to 5439. Which one is nearer? So in your mind, if you see this number is less than 5500, so obviously it will be nearer to 5000. So how will you replace? We have to replace directly. 5000 will 5439 can be replaced as 5000. Okay, so this is the answer. Okay, so now we will start with exercise 1.3. okay, I will solve only one each from each sub number and the remaining will be your homework. If you have any problem, you can comment so that I can solve that sub number in the next video. Okay, so let's start. The first one, number 1, A. Let's take A. Okay, 730 plus 998, page number 23 in your textbook. Okay, exercise 1.3. So now if you see these numbers, what do you see when you see this question? You have to estimate using general rule. You have to estimate to the nearest 100, tens or something like that. So let's see this 730, where will you estimate? This is in ones, tens, 100. So we have to estimate this 730 in the 100 place. So even 998, you see that it is in ones, tens, 100. So you can see that we have to replace both this number in the nearest 100 only. Okay, so how will you replace 730 to the nearest 100? So what will be the nearest 100 for 730? Either we will have 700 or 800. So we'll have either 700 or 800, isn't it? For the nearest 100 for 730, it lies between 700 and 800. Now tell me which one is near. 700 is near to 730 or 800 is near to 730? So you can see that 700 is nearer to 730. So this will be the nearest 100. What about 998? 998 to the nearest 100. What will be your answer, students? So this 998, it lies between 900 or 1000, isn't it? So now you tell me what will be your answer. Which one is more nearer, 900 or 1000 to 998? So obviously 1000 is nearer to 998. So now after rounding of these two numbers, since it is telling us to add, so we will add these two. Okay, that means 1000 plus 700 will be your final answer, because we have to estimate. So this we have estimated at the nearest 100. So let's add it up. 1000 plus 700 will give you 1700. So this is your answer. Okay students, so I hope you can try in this way, sub number Roman number 2 and 3. Okay, you try it yourself. If you have any problem, we will try to finish in the next video. Okay, thank you students, and please do subscribe and also comment your problems.